The network was launched in the summer 2022. And since then, we have convened numerous in-country workshops in various EU member states, and we engaged with local stakeholders, both from the public and the private sector, to discuss local and specific aspects related to implementation of sanctions against Russia, but also to raise awareness on the threat illicit finance poses today to EU member states.
SIFMANet is a very unique project from the perspective that it links European think tanks and it introduces the aspects related to illicit finance to them.
SIFMANet has given us the opportunity to really understand what challenges EU member states are facing. There are a very great many, but I would point to the fact that the EU is an economic bloc, but the 27 member states do not act in harmony when it comes to implementing sanctions. They have different legal frameworks, they have different enforcement frameworks, and that creates gaps.
The process has to be dynamic. It's not the case that you can take a set of actions and believe that the problem is solved. You have to keep monitoring and keep adjusting to keep in line with the different legislation.
The main challenge facing the EU implementing sanctions is that not every member state was on the same page in terms of preparedness and understanding of how sanctions should be implemented at a national level.
The problem that Germany has is that it is a federal state, meaning the structures we have there to enforce sanctions but also to fight money laundering and terrorism financing is that we have decentralized structures on the authority side but also on the storage of information. And with these decentralized, fragmented structures, it's really difficult to properly enforce sanctions.
In terms of success stories, one thing that was very evident from the workshop we had the pleasure to organize in Prague in November is that there was a very good communication between the public sector, so the ministries and the financial analytical unit, when the first sanctions packages came out, towards the private sector.
Latvia has been very successful in implementing sanctions for multiple reasons. One of which is that we have an extremely strong AML system, but another one is absolutely the fact that we have a great ultimate beneficial owner registry. And it's, as we say, a lifeboat for sanctions implementation at a national level.
Countries really have not run campaigns to make sure that their populations understand why sanctions are important and why the economic consequences that they feel at home in their energy bills are a commitment that European citizens need to make to the Ukrainian people. So we need to see more work on strategic communications as well.
We have to discuss, we have to explain, we have to find a narrative not only for our people in our country but also for other countries in the world.
SIFMANet recommendations for effective sanctions against Russia are available on the RUSI website.